Hi, everyone. In this section, we are going to take a look at some of the resources that are available to us, both instructionally to help our students and also to support ourselves as we are still learning and maneuvering our way through the first year in a new curriculum. So, to start off, let's go through some of the resources that are available to help us support our students. So, we're going to start off by going into Assess and Teach. We should be in the resources section here, and we're going to come over to the Teacher Toolbox, and we are going to click on Math. So in this teacher toolbox, we basically have access to all of the curriculum materials from K all the way up through 8. In this situation, it looks like they've already pegged me as a fourth grade teacher, so let's pretend that that's what I am. That doesn't prevent me, though, from clicking in and grabbing resources from, again, K all the way up to 8, which will help me support my struggling or advanced students. So again, for sake of argument, let's pretend I have a fourth grader with me who is really struggling with some concepts and is testing in at a second grade level. I can click into second grade, and this brings me now to all of the resources that are available at that second grade curriculum, broken down by unit. If you look at this, it's a little overwhelming because there is just so much here. So what I would recommend is take a look at a few different things. Number one, you can take a look at the different lessons over here at the side, also organized by standard. So if I know what standard my fourth grader is struggling with, or what standard that fourth grader needs support in, I can come over here and find that standard and open up that lesson. Okay, that's one way, is to look by standard. The second way would be if I know I'm looking for an interactive tutorial, I can again just sort of focus here on some broad topics and click into those interactive tutorials. These tutorials are like what the students are seeing in their individualized MyPath lessons. These can be really powerful if you're introducing a new concept, and this is something that you know or suspect that your whole class is struggling with. You may want to kick off a mini lesson by showing one of these videos from a younger grade, and you can interact with it as a class together to show sort of the basic skills before you're moving on to something a little more challenging. So one of the things that I like to do is if I know that the standard that I need to work on, let's say I'm just going to scroll randomly and we'll say, I don't know, right here. Okay. So let's pretend this is the standard I need to work on, and I'm not really sure which resource I need. I can click over here on that lesson, and it's going to bring up everything available around that lesson for me, all of the things connected to that standard. So it's actually going to bring up the student and teacher books connected to that standard in second grade. So I can click in and I could say, well, I'm wondering what they would have had that teacher do in second grade. And I can look at some of those prerequisite skills, some of the objectives they're focusing on, and some of that learning progression. Again, I can open that up for a clearer view. Or I can say, you know what, I really need something user-friendly to work with my students on. So I can click into something like this, which is going to be the page that the students in second grade would see in their workbook. And maybe I'm going to do that try, discuss, connect routine with my students, but at a lesson from a different grade level. So this is something I could project or print out or have available for them. So again, this is working through all of the different sessions within this standard. So you can see there are plenty of resources, problems, visuals, different ways that we can look at the same concepts. I know this is blurry because I'm not downloading it. I'm just sort of honing in on the preview there. But again, clicking on there, you can download any of them. So one of the other things that I think are really beneficial, whether you're using it on your own grade level or from a different grade level, are these slides. So if you're clicking into the slides, again, we're assuming we're on the right standard. We're going to click into the slides. This one I am going to download and open. And this is one of the ways that a lot of teachers that I have seen who are feeling successful with the program are running their math blocks. So they're starting off, they're literally using these slides to run through their lesson. So they're starting off with that beginning question. They're doing some try, discuss, connect routines through these slides. And they're literally just going through, and they has these word problems written out for them. It's giving you that try it and that those 3 read questions here that are allowing you to walk through that. It's telling you what tools you can be using. Again, it's giving you something to sort of jumpstart that discuss it portion with your students. And it's asking you to make those connections. So to go back and sort of discuss, how things are working. Now, again, I hope at this point you have heard several times from other teachers and coaches that you are not required, or actually, it is not suggested that you use every single page in that workbook. So please feel free to skip any of these slides that you don't feel are appropriate or needed in that day. The slides we don't want to skip are the things like the discuss it, the try it, and the discuss it. So we want to make sure we are, checking in with students at the end. And maybe we want to project this, maybe we want to print it as a poster, depending on the topic. So all of these resources are available for you through every lesson at every grade level. So there is just so much. I know I'm going through it fast, but really I'm going through it quickly because there is so much. You're going to get a lot more out of it playing with it and sort of exploring on your own. Down at the bottom, which I think is probably what people will use for that quick fix, is some of those printable practice and skills fluency pages, and some of the different resources that you can use for centers or some more hands-on concrete practice. We also have, you can jump in. Again, this is a download, but you can jump in and grab things like a number line, base 10 blocks. For graphing, you can grab some of the graphing tools, etc. Again, down at the bottom, we have our interactive tutorials, and then you can grab some quizzes and assessments. These tools for instruction are going to give you some different lessons and different strategies you can use. I'm sorry, my mind just went blank for a second. Different strategies and tools that you can use to accomplish that goal as well. Last but not least, we have some math centers and enrichment activities. So you can click into here and get some nice center or game stations. This might be a homework or a fun Friday activity. But again, the beauty is that you can grab these for any grade level. So for your struggling or your advanced students. I just want to reiterate really quickly that the things I just showed you by clicking into this entire link are the same things that you're going to find here across the board. They are just organized a little bit differently. So again, when you know exactly what you want, this might be the view that you want to grab. When you're not sure exactly what you need, sorry, I clicked into something by accident here. When you're not sure exactly what you need, you may want to jump in here and sort of see what's available for you to grab onto. So this, again, are the great resources that are available to your students. Again, anything that's available in Spanish is also in here. And there's some more assessment materials here.